I'm Jenny.
And I'm Elsie.
And we are semi-serious, and this is our podcast.
Episode 2. Back in action.
Yeah, very exciting. We kind of lied. We're not doing this every 2 weeks now. We're just going to do it whenever we feel like doing it, which will probably be once a week.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, we shouldn't say we're going to do it whenever we want. It'll either be every week or every 2 weeks.
Okay, so
right?
it's like when we feel like doing it, for now.
Whatever. We'll talk about this later.
It'll go up. You guys will know it's happening.
Yeah, we will definitely let you know when a new episode will be posted. But yeah, we had such a good time recording the first one. We're like, I can't wait. I want to record another one.
And we've been getting a lot of good feedback.
Yeah.
So we're like, let's just keep doing this, and why not? And I'll try, or I guess we'll both try to, talk. Not have as many awkward pauses, but I just had an awkward pause. But this is live, so
we're doing it live.
We need to think about things sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, potentially I could edit out the pauses. I'm just too lazy to do that.
Also, it needs to be like the real world, you know?
This is real life, guys.
This is real life. This is raw.
This is raw. Anyways, thanks everyone who listened to our first podcast. Super appreciate it. We almost got to 50 listens on SoundCloud. I think that's a lot for our first podcast.
I think so too, and it's only been a week.
Yeah, I'm super excited and proud of us.
Let's keep the numbers coming though.
Yeah, let's keep them climbing. I don't want this second one to come out and like only 20 people listen to it. That would suck.
But it'll be great.
Yeah, we have some exciting topics for you guys today.
So I guess we'll get started with our first thing. Elsie, do
I want to introduce our first topic of Lepod?
Yes.
Yeah, but before that, I want to give a little shout out to my brother because we are recording this August 21st, which is his birthday, and today is his 21st birthday.
His golden birthday.
It's his golden birthday, so he's gonna get drunk tonight. Probably not, actually. It's school tomorrow.
Yeah, that's probably not a good idea. But happy birthday, Martin.
Yay!
I will never forget, ever.
Except for that one time.
Except for that one time when I was literally talking to you for 2 hours, and I didn't know it was your birthday, and then you were like,
aren't you going to say something? Aren't you forgetting something in this conversation?
Yeah, but it's okay.
He forgives you.
I won't forget anymore.
Yeah.
Good.
Anyways, now that we got that out of the way, first thing we want to talk about is the Anaconda video by Nicki Minaj. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. The first time I heard the song was about 2-ish weeks ago. I was at my friend Michael's house in San Francisco, and he's a huge Nicki Minaj fan. Prior to that was whatever about Nicki Minaj. I didn't hate her. I thought some of her songs were catchy, but I never really listened to her. But then this song came out and I love it so much. It's such a great song. It's so catchy.
I'll admit, it's really catchy.
Yeah.
Really catchy song.
Yeah. The lyrics are great. The rhymes are great. The message is great. I really have nothing negative to say about it. Okay, actually, maybe I do. The video didn't really make sense to me. I don't understand why they're in a tribal.
Actually, okay, I also really like this song. I think it's really catchy. But I'm a big lyric person. I look up lyrics and I make sure that the story's there. That's just what I do. And I know sometimes songs are no, forget about the story. We're just gonna write words. But I just don't understand why. I just don't understand why Serb Mix-a-Lot is in it.
He's not in it.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Is that who did the? Yeah.
That's the
not in it, but that song being sampled. Why that particular line?
Okay.
When she says, I'm gonna throw a jag at you. Is she saying Is she like using that for herself, or is she like approving of his message?
No, Jenny, clearly you haven't listened to the lyrics of the song.
No, I looked up the lyrics.
Okay, she's using one of the most famous rap songs out there. Like, everyone knows this song. White people know this song.
Yeah.
And this song by itself is really degrading to women. It's like, yo, I don't want you unless your body is like banging, and I'm gonna define what that means, and that means having a big ass. And if my dick don't like it, then I'm not gonna bang you, have sex with you, whatever.
I understand that.
She's taken one of the most famous songs and has completely spun the message, being like, no, I'm in control of my own sexuality. You're gonna buy me expensive shit because I'm telling you to buy me expensive shit. I don't know. I just think it's really empowering. It's like, if you saw the video, she's cutting up a banana and like swatting Drake's hand away after he's like wanting to like have sex with her, and she's like, no.
Like, no, I totally agree. Drake wants to have sex with Nicki Minaj. You're totally starting a rumor.
No, I mean, in the video, okay, I meant is like, he's like trying to fondle her, and she slaps his hand away.
I mean, talking about Drake being in the video is like a whole different thing.
We can talk about that because I love it.
But no, like, this is what I mean. What I mean by the lyric, because I totally agree. Like, I think it's great that she's taking a song that is kind of degrading towards women and like changing it and owning it and being like, yeah, like, I'm awesome. But one of the lyrics is, so I pulled up in the Jag, Mayweather with the jab, like, and then it cuts to my Anaconda don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you understand?
Doesn't she say like dun 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 first?
No.
Yeah.
Not in the official lyrics.
Sometimes in lyrics, like, they leave out the sounds that rappers or like any artist makes, because it's like, they're not actually saying words. They're just like speaking gibberish.
So I mean,
I don't know.
Regardless of that, like, I guess
I don't really understand what that line means then. What are you saying it means?
I'm just what was I even trying to say? I don't even know what I was trying to say, and now I just sound really confused.
But you were just like confused as to if she's like
trying to be using those lyrics to be like, I'm owning it, like, yeah, like, dude, I'm not gonna go there if, like, you don't have what I want. Mm-hmm. Or if it's, like, you were kind of saying, I don't know if you said this, but, oh, only, like, this dude only wants to be with, like, a girl with a big ass.
If Nicki Minaj is, like, backing that up?
Yeah. But I know she's not, because, like, in the raps, she goes against that. But it's just, I don't understand why that part of the song.
What part of the song?
The Sir Mix-a-Lot song.
Why she chose that sample of the song? Or, like, that section of the song?
Yeah.
Because it's, like, the most famous part of the song.
I would say, oh my gosh, look at her butt is the most famous part.
That's in the song, too.
Yeah, that's the most famous part of the song. Right? Anyways.
I guess we could, like, debate what the most... I think the whole song is pretty recognizable.
It's pretty epic. It's a really epic song.
Maybe because she has a really big butt. So she's like, yeah, I have the ass that you say you want, but I'm not going to give it to you just because you say you want it and you're, like, a guy. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's why. We should call Nicki Minaj and ask her.
We should. She's going to be in our next episode. We're going to make that happen.
We're setting up some meetings. It's in the works, guys.
Our people are talking to her people.
Our people.
Yeah.
Me. And you.
Basically. But, I don't know. I'm not a big Nicki Minaj fan, so by nature I'm going to hate. But I actually really like this song.
Okay. Why aren't you a Nicki Minaj fan?
Well, it's a really dumb reason why I'm not a fan. And it dates back to when she first came out, how she was just kind of starting all these fights with all these other, like, female rappers. And it's like, you guys are all in the same game. Like, come on now. Like, why are you trying to, like, fight with, like, Lil' Kim, who back in the day was basically, like, the epitome of a female rapper. So I don't understand why she does that, and, like, that's why I'm not a fan, and don't really care much to listen to her music, but it is really catchy in some of her songs. I can't help but like bust a move to or like rap along to. Except for I hate that super bass song.
Okay.
I hate that song.
Her
Hate
first
it.
single. Her first like big single.
Thought it was so annoying.
I liked it. I still like it.
I hate that song. Hate it.
I don't know.
But Anaconda's great.
Yeah, it's such a good song.
But I guess now the music video, we talked about the song for a little while.
Yeah, the music video I think is great too. Minus the whole I don't get why they're in the jungle. Maybe because of the Anaconda thing, but I was just like, okay, kind of random, whatever. I'll get over it.
Yeah.
The dancing was like crazy. I could never do that in a million years. I don't have the butt for it or the moves.
I don't even have like the muscles.
Yeah.
I think we have the butts for it. I don't think we have the muscles for it.
We need to work out more. Drake in the end of the video.
I'm so confused. Why is Drake
great.
there?
Because they have history.
But
you
like,
know?
why is he in the music
Why
video?
not? Like, if you had the opportunity to have Drake in your music video, wouldn't you be like, yeah, I'll have Drake on my music video?
I guess. Yeah, you're probably right.
And I just think it's really funny that in this like super sexualized music video, Drake's just like sitting in a chair and like with his usual Drake face, emotions and stuff like that. I love it.
Yeah.
It's my favorite part.
And like at the end, Drake just could never get the girl.
No, poor Drake.
I feel bad for Drake.
Except not really, because in real life he's getting all the girls.
That's true. But like in his music videos and his songs,
He's just so sad all the time, and it makes me sad.
There's this article on BuzzFeed that it's like the best of the internet's response to Nicki Minaj Anaconda.
Uh-huh.
And I laughed so hard for two of them.
For two of them? For two out of the many reasons?
Yeah, I think there was like 12. But two of them, I just like died. One of them is they take like his last pose when like he puts his hands to his face, and they make it like an album cover, and it's like Take Care Part 2.
I've seen that.
I laughed at that one. And then there's the Tumblr post that's going around of like upcoming track lists for Drake's new album.
I have not seen that.
And so it's all based on the Anaconda video. So track 1 is The Chair. Track 2, What Are We? Track 3, No Friend Zone. And then My Heart 0 to 100. Pushing Daffodil. Love Me Like a Brother.
Ew, gross.
Look at Her Butt. Can My Name Be Romaine? NyQuil.
That's my favorite line in the song where she says, whatever, we're calling me NyQuil. I was like, that's clever. That's super clever.
Fuck them skinny bitches. Loner with a boner.
Sorry, I was just drinking something and then you made me choke.
And then Blue Balls is another track on there. And then the last one is Can I Nut or Not? It's just great.
Oh
like,
my god.
I feel like people are like, oh my gosh, like this video, the dancing is insane, and all of a sudden it's like Drake.
Yeah.
Drake just shows up.
Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
In a chair.
He steals that video for me.
Yeah.
He just steals it.
Yeah. I'm
love
going to
it.
admit it. Yeah. That's what, like, mainly everyone is talking about in reference to the video is, like, Drake's cameo.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I'm okay with that.
Me too.
But yeah, I love it. It's great. So another video that just came out this week is Taylor Swift's Shake It, right? Video.
Yeah, or Shake It Off.
Shake It Off. Which just reminds me of Mariah Carey's song.
I mean, they have the same title.
Yeah.
A bunch of songs have the same title.
Yeah, but Shake It Off by Mariah Carey is like a great song. And I just watched the Taylor Swift video, and it's the first time I heard this song. Not that great of a song.
I love it.
It's so basic.
Only because I don't like Taylor Swift, but this song's like really catchy.
I don't think it is.
I'm all for a catchy song. I think it's because you haven't been like listening to it on the radio. When you're driving and the song comes on, you just can't help but sing along.
Yeah, I usually plug in my phone and listen to Anaconda, to be honest.
But
But yeah,
It's
I don't get all the hype around it. I don't think it's that great of a song. I like the message of the song.
oh no, my phone's ringing.
Uh-oh, unprofessional.
It's okay. It was nobody.
Ugh, whatever.
It was my house phone. We have house phone. Who has house
I
phones
have
anymore?
one too. No one
I don't
answers
know.
it ever.
Yeah. Neither do we.
But yeah, I like the message of the song. I just think there's other songs that have the same message with better lyrics. I'm not a
agree.
fan of Taylor
I'm
Swift
not
in
saying
general.
I'm not saying this is a great song. I think I love it. It's so catchy. It's a horrible song. Horrible.
I don't
song.
even think it's catchy though.
I think it's catchy.
I'm missing something obviously, but a lot of people have been saying that her video is like kind of offensive and degrading because of her twerking and that there's like a lot of her dancing and there's like a lot of different types of dance that she uses, but there's like the specific scenes where she's twerking, and then like in those scenes the majority of the dancers are black, and the rest of the scenes, what I noticed was the majority of the dancers were white.
Oh, definitely, especially in the ballerina scene.
Yeah,
all white.
there's like one person that's a little darker than everyone else, but like could still possibly be white, and it's just like, cool, Taylor Swift. And watching the video, I can see why some people would be upset about it, especially when she like crawls underneath all those dancers and all you see is their asses and like not their faces and stuff like that. It's like a very degrading thing to do.
Okay, the thing about that though, I'm gonna like say something about that.
Go ahead.
When it like the thing that people for some reason like can't get across their heads, in my opinion, is that is what twerking is. It's a form of dance now. I personally am like, why is that dance? But it is now, and I accept it. And like, when somebody is twerking, you're not gonna look at their face. You're gonna look at their ass. Like, that's the whole point of twerking.
True, but I think there's a way to show off twerking without being even more degrading. And by setting up the shot so you're strictly looking at their asses and like, well, that's what all
Nicki Minaj's music videos for the most part.
Not for Anaconda.
Yeah, there's an entire shot where it's just ass.
Right, but that is after you have seen pretty much every single dancer's face. It's a lot more like equal, I feel like. Nicki Minaj is with everyone else. Like, she's with all those dancers. She is one of those dancers. She's not saying she's above any of those dancers.
That's the whole point of the Taylor Swift videos. Like, she doesn't know how to do any of the dances, but she's still like giving it a shot.
Right, and
she's
so
not saying she's a dancer.
Part of me kind of has a problem with that. I get that she's like making fun of herself and she's like being like, haha, I don't know how to do any of this. Yeah. Like, I'm just as silly and like dumb as everyone else, and like I know how to make a fool of myself. But the second time, I feel like there's like maybe I'm reading too much into it. Like, there's an undertone of like, get it? Like, I'm never gonna know how to twerk because like I'm white and like white people are better than twerking.
No, you're totally like reading way too much into it.
But if I'm reading that kind of message, I feel like I can't be the only one who gets that. At least like in a subconscious level. I don't know. Like, I can see how it's a stretch for sure. And I don't understand people that are very upset about this video. Because before seeing it, I was like, oh, I'm going to be really upset at this video. It's going to be really offensive. And then I saw it, and I wasn't as offended as I thought I was going to be. But I was a little offended.
The only part I found a little offensive was that, yeah, all the ballerinas are white. But apart from that, I had no issues with it.
Yeah.
But I'm personally just because I enjoyed watching all the different types of dancing as a dancer.
Yeah.
So I guess that's where my point of view comes from, because I'm looking at it as a dancer.
Yeah. And maybe I'm just like always gonna find a way to like nitpick at Taylor Swift because I don't like her. And I feel like I'm being unfair. But like that's what I jumped to. So I don't know.
My friend Marissa she told me that she kind of liked the video, and so I went and looked at it, and I listened to the song, and I told her that, wow, like I actually really like this. And she goes, no, like don't fall into a trap. Like this is just like a one-time thing.
Yeah.
She's still annoying.
Oh yeah,
for
sure. She's still annoying.
But not like, yeah, we're just hating on this episode. I am, at least.
I mean, I am too. We're hating on different things.
Hate. That's what her song says.
Yeah. Okay, and that's the thing. Taylor Swift, you do not speak like that. That is not your vernacular and everyday language and like your everyday life. So
Yeah,
I think
but
that's
such
why
a,
I
popular
don't think it's a
saying
good
now.
song.
People say haters gonna hate all the time.
And it makes me
Right?
cringe. I don't like it when people say it. I'm just like, shut up. You sound so
Haters gonna
dumb.
hate. Players gonna play.
Yeah. I just don't like her.
We just don't like her, end of story.
Yeah. Moving on to the next topic, I guess. If we're done.
The next topic, yeah, let's move on to
Okay. Totally different.
Totally different. But you know what? This is what we're all about.
We are semi-serious. This was the semi part. Next part is more serious.
Yeah, the next part's more serious. So I just found out about this movie yesterday from Elsie.
Hey.
And it's called Man, Woman, and Children, because the trailer just came out on Tuesday for it.
Yeah, I saw it on Tumblr. I saw that it is directed by Jason Reitman, who did Juno and Up in the Air, 2 movies that I really, really like. So I thought I would watch the trailer, watched it, thought it was super interesting, told Jenny to watch it. Now we're talking about it.
Now we're going to talk about it. I guess if it's okay, I'm going to read the storyline for it.
Wait, what do you mean?
Read what the movie's about.
Where did you find that? Because I could not find it.
I found it on IMDb. It's like the greatest website of all time.
I always just go to Wikipedia. Like, that's my go-to. And they didn't have the
When it
synopsis.
comes to movies, IMDb.
Got it.
That's your homeboy. Or girl.
Whatevs.
Okay, so Men, Women, and Children follows the story of a group of high school teenagers and their parents as they attempt to navigate the many ways the internet has changed their relationships, their communication, their self-image, and their love lives. The film attempts to stare down social issues such as video game culture, anorexia, infidelity, the fame hunting, and the proliferation of illicit material on the internet. As each character in each relationship is tested, we are shown the variety of roads people choose, some tragic, some hopeful, as it becomes clear that no one is immune to this enormous social change that has come through our phones, our tablets, and our computers. Do you want to talk a little bit about the trailer?
Yeah. So it's super interesting in that there is no dialogue whatsoever in the entire trailer, which has been done before, but I always really like it when trailers do that, at least if they do it well, because despite the fact that there is no dialogue, you still get a lot of emotion and you get what the movie is going to be about. So it's just like scenes from the movie, and it's like what I found really interesting and what I'm assuming is the whole movie is going to be like is that as you're watching the trailer, like you see everyone's like text and like
to like integrate media
into the actual film. Like, what's a show that does that? I want to say Pretty Little Liars, but it's not Pretty Little Liars.
No, all I can think of is, this is so embarrassing, Victorious.
I've never seen that, so I don't know.
They like, whenever something's like gonna happen, they like make like, they have like a fake Facebook that they like renamed, and like they show them like posting statuses and whatnot.
Okay.
That's embarrassing. This is like a kid's show. I feel like there has to be some sort of show that's done.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, there's always like the live tweets or whatever, like that they show that pops up.
Yeah, but a little different. I don't know. It's like the characters in the movie are like texting each other.
Oh, it was like if people saw The Fault in Our Stars.
They do that too?
They do that in there. Have you seen that movie?
No, I never saw it.
Oh, well, okay. The character from the main boy in The Fault in Our Stars is in this movie too.
I know that.
Ansel
Ansgore or something.
Ensign Elgort.
Elgort.
He's such a
hey,
he's a cutie.
If you're listening,
you should go see it because of him.
No, I'm saying if Ansel is listening, like he should call us.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be on our show too in the near future. But yeah, in The Fault in Our Stars, they do that when they text each other. They show it.
I wonder
on the movie what they're texting.
I wonder if that's what's gonna be like the norm from now on. Like if that's like instead of like showing someone on their phone texting, they're just gonna show the text message on the screen.
I hope not.
Me too. I don't like that idea that much. I think it works for this movie because it's what it's about. But like for movies where like technology is not the base of like the movie or like a huge theme in it, like I don't see the point in doing that. Anyways, I think I find this trailer and this movie really interesting because I spent the past 4 years studying media studies and like what media and the proliferation of it has done to us as a society, and I find that really interesting.
Yeah, I just find that anyone is gonna find this trailer relatable because we, like the description said, we are very much attached to our phones or tablets or computers, and it has definitely changed the way that we interact with people.
Yeah.
And with this trailer also, like, you never see or you never hear people speaking, but you do get to see their interactions.
Yeah.
Which is also really interesting.
And I'm glad that description is sad that there's like hopeful storylines within this, because I feel like we tend to, whenever we talk about media and like technology and how it's like kind of overtaken our lives, we tend to do it in a very negative way and just say that like it's destroying us, and like I am at fault of like doing this too. I will like feed into that sometimes and be like, we just need to like break away from technology and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it can also do really great things and like has allowed us to do really awesome things.
Yeah.
So it's just like it's a very complicated subject, which of course makes for a great movie topic.
Definitely. I feel that this form of technology and being so connected has kind of allowed us to get to know everyone really well at a certain level, but at the same time not really know someone at all.
Yeah, like the tagline from the movie at the very end of the trailer is discover how little you know about the people you know.
Yeah.
And what I think I've always found really interesting is the way that we like have the opportunity to shape entirely new personalities and lives of ourselves on the internet. Like,
yeah,
the same, like the me on Instagram is not the me on Twitter, is not the me on Tumblr, is not the me on Facebook. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very different on each social media platform, but they're all still me in some way. And it's just, I think, very interesting that some people take that more extreme and like do very different things on different social networks, and some people act the same exact way on every single thing and are just like completely fine with that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's very interesting.
I mean, I definitely feel like the way we represent ourselves online is only, sometimes I feel that it's definitely a little part of ourselves, so sometimes it's just like completely reinventing who we are.
Yeah.
To sometimes it can be, the thing that surprises me the most is like when people aren't how they are online, like they're like complete opposite.
Yeah, that's what's the most shocking and surprising
in real life.
Yeah.
Because I've known a few people that when I've interacted with them, like they would never say some of the things that they are posting on Twitter.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, like that's,
I think it's because it's like people feel a form of like disconnect because you aren't physically seeing other people's reactions to what you say. So you're more inclined to say whatever you want. And I think that's why you have things like, you have a lot more like violence and anger and stuff online, because people aren't as afraid to let it out in that medium, as opposed to in real life, you wouldn't like call someone like ugly or like bitch or something like that. At least I hope not.
I wouldn't.
Yeah. So I think it's interesting that it's not like the first movie to explore this.
I think it's going to be, if the film does go the way that the trailer went, with having the little bubbles of like social media and whatnot on the screens, I think this movie would be really different from what we have seen before.
Yeah.
And what's also interesting is that it not only follows, because you'd think you always connect social media with the millennials and like people our age, people who are in their 20s, people who are in their teens. But this movie goes far into exploring what
older people,
the internet has done to like our parents and the Gen X people.
Yeah, and I think that's a very interesting thing to explore. And it's like, since I've been home, I like have noticed how even our parents have started to pick up on this.
Oh yeah, my mom's all over Facebook.
Yeah, and I think this is like a whole,
and I think it's so annoying.
This is a whole other topic that I like am really, really interested in and have just started like picking up on, because I don't think this like phenomenon is that old, where it's like Mexican Americans or like just like Mexican immigrants in America and how they're using social media and how different it is, and how kind of, I mean, it's different and similar at the same time to the way of our nation is using it. At least I'm going to focus on just America, and like how other Americans use social media and how they're similar and different than how like Mexican Americans or like Mexican immigrants use it. I think it's so interesting.
I agree. I personally just find it annoying because my mom uses Facebook all the time. But I just find it annoying because she literally wants to post everything on Facebook, but for the reason that a lot of her Facebook friends are family back home in Mexico.
Right, and they can't share in these experiences in real life.
Yeah, but part of me is like, why do you have to make everything so public? But to them, it's like, oh, it's not being public. I'm sharing it with my family.
That's very true, because my mom just recently got a Facebook like a couple months ago, before I graduated college, but like a month probably before that. And she was like, yeah, like I'm not going to be adding random people. I'm just adding my family members and that's it. And I don't know. I think it's just the things that people on Facebook post, that Mexicans post on Facebook, I think totally correlates with the fact that they like want their families to see everything that they're doing. Because the things, like sometimes I'll pick up my mom's tablet and I'll like look through her Facebook, and I'm just like, the things that people post are so mundane and like so different than things I would post. And I'm just like, why would someone post that? That seems so boring and so mundane, like not important at all. But you're right, it's because these people have no other way of interacting.
Yeah, which is interesting.
Yeah, I could like talk about this for like ever. I've been kind of thinking about writing something about it. Yeah,
it's like I read your mind.
Because I think it's super interesting. I don't know how many other people will find that interesting. I guess people with like parents that are immigrants or something like that. Because I wonder if that's what happens in like Asian communities or like any other race and stuff like that. I wonder if that's what's happening too.
Yeah.
But the other aspect of it is that what I think is interesting is that like Mexican immigrants tend to be lower on the socioeconomic side. So like
it's a cheap way for them to connect. It's a free way for them to connect. But that's the
thing, like computers and like tablets and smartphones aren't cheap. Like we are trained to think like they're super accessible and like everyone can have them.
The thing in Mexico, at least when I went, literally everyone has like a smartphone.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I think is so interesting.
But the thing is, I feel that it's because here
everyone has one.
Everyone has one, and either here it's just ridiculously more expensive. Like people down there don't have iPhones; they just have like really basic smartphones.
Okay.
It's not like anything fancy. It's just a little phone that
can connect to the internet.
Yeah. And that's the way that they're communicating.
Got it. But I just think it's like, well, I think it's like Mexicans in America, when they come to America, like don't really know, maybe I'm generalizing, like don't really know about like Apple products and stuff like that, and like tablets and stuff. Like when, I guess that's not a fair example. Like when my parents came here, obviously it was like in the 90s, so not everyone really had,
this kind of stuff. It's just interesting how technology has kind of transformed how everyone communicates, whether it's like you're 2 feet away or you're across the country.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's all very interesting to me.
Yes. And is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I don't know. Maybe we'll have like flying robots soon.
We do already. They're called drones.
Do. That's true. We do.
They're killing people.
Well, maybe we'll have like, I don't know. It'd be cool to like.
We can't even imagine. Like that's the thing.
I don't know. I would really like teleportation to be a thing. If that could, you can make that happen.
So dangerous.
Apple, can you please do that?
I bet they already have someone working on it.
Yeah.
You know?
Like when is like Walt Disney gonna come to life? Because there's a rumor that his like body is like iced or something. I was watching like Secret Societies of Hollywood on E. And they were talking about how at Disney there's like a secret society there. And
they have his head or something frozen in like the Matterhorn or something.
Yeah, something like that. And I was like, I want him to come back to life.
Why? He's kind of racist.
I mean, yeah, probably not now, but like, I don't know. It's Walt Disney. He had some good quotes. I'm just keeping things light, you know?
But yeah, thank you. Here. Yeah, I know. It got be serious towards the
Got
end,
very serious.
which is fine by me.
We started something light and then it started something heavy. I mean, that's just how conversations go, and I hope that, keeps you people out there thinking about what you're doing as you're on the internet listening to us. But yeah, again, we would love to hear feedback if you have any.
Yeah.
Or positive or negative, we'll take
either
it all.
one is great. So this will be uploaded on soundcloud.com/wearesemiserious. Our Twitter is we_are_semiserious. And then if you go on our Twitter, we have links to each of our individual Twitter pages if you want to follow us individually. This should be up soonish.
Yes.
Super excited.
Number 2, here we go.
Number 2, done. Ready for the next one. Yeah, anything else you want to plug?
No.
Awesome. Okay.
See you guys later.
Bye, guys.
My anaconda don't. My anaconda don't. My anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun.